1 Corinthians 9:24 through 27, it says this. It says, in a race, all the runners run, but only one gets the prize. So run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes into the games, they go into strict training. I see that all the time because I train athletes. I'm a player development coach. So they go into strict training so they compete and can be at the top of their game. But the verse continues. It goes on to say this. It says, nobody, and they do it so that they can get a crown. Right? So you guys will go into strict training so that y'all can get a trophy. My daughter, for the first time, competed in a triathlon this weekend. She's 7 years old. She competed in a triathlon. She'd never done it before. And when she was training, I mean, she's a girly girl, right? She's on this bike that has like bows on it and pink streamers coming off and a basket in the front with a flower on it. But she's starting to train for this triathlon, and she realizes that it's hard work, that it requires her to go into strict training. I remember one of the first times that she was training on her bike, we were in the parking lot at Lake Highlands, because after you swim and then you bike and then you run, so we were going up to the track. We were in the parking lot at Lake Highlands, and she hit a curb and fell down and scraped her knee. And she was cut, she was bleeding, and then she picked her bike back up and said, it's okay, I'll deal with it after the race. And I'm like, here's a 7-year-old girl whose favorite color is pink, who loves Disney princesses, and she's picking herself up off the ground. She's picking herself up off the ground and saying that she'll deal with it later. Like, she understood what it meant to go into strict training so that she could get a prize. So even though this was her first triathlon, there were several people in her age group. She got third place. She ended up getting a trophy. So this was like a picture of her going into strict training and getting a crown. For me, I did the same thing. I played college football. I had a lot of fun, but it was really hard work. And there were several times and several injuries along the way where it would have been probably easier for me to quit. It definitely would have been justified for me to quit. People would have understood, yeah, look, you broke your leg. You broke your wrist. You had more concussions than you could count. But if I would have quit, then I would not have been able to get those 4 rings. Y'all see what I'm saying? The verse goes on to say this. It says, therefore, I do not fight like a man beating the air, and I do not run aimlessly, but I beat my body and I make it my slave, so that in the end I myself will not be disqualified from the prize. So as you guys embark on your first season here as a gelled group at Forest Meadow Junior High, you got your first regular season game tomorrow night. You guys, it might be great, y'all might win, and it might be easy, but it might be hard. You might get hurt, and you might realize that you're in over your head. So when times like that persist, I just want to encourage you guys to stay with it. I want to encourage you guys to press on. I want to encourage you guys to beat your body, make it your slave, so that in the end you won't be disqualified from the prize.